Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is April the 27th, 2026, and this is episode 347. And on today's show, I have 2 weeks worth of whips to show you. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how has everybody been the last 2 weeks? I've been okay. The first weekend, it snowed. Yeah. It added a couple of more inches, but it didn't stay. It melted away right away. It took forever, though, for us to hit 50 degrees. Or actually, it took us forever to hit 40 degrees. It's taken us forever to hit 50 degrees. It is melting. We have Lake Casa de Patty in the backyard and now in the front yard. We live in town, so our drainage ditch, we're on a corner, so everybody's water hits our spot. But the city hasn't been around to thaw the grate. So yeah, hopefully they'll do it in the next couple of days. I may call them later on today and say, when are you going to be in this neighborhood? It's getting kind of deep over here. Yeah. So yeah, the lakes are here. Anything else? I had a really good week. This last week, we got to see the grandkids again twice. That was lots of fun. They called Friday when I was out knitting with my friends. We were having a April birthday lunch, and we were just wrapping up, and my son called and said, hey, do you want to meet us in a little while and walk around a outdoor show? And I said, sure, we can do that. So we met up with them, looked at a lot of campers and a lot of good stuff to do on the outside. It made us want to go camping in our motorhome. So we have moved the motorhome. We parked it on the side of the road on our property for the winter. And then we moved it into our driveway Sunday. So it has been moved. And the grandkids and the hubs started messing around in there, and they had a really great time. They were looking in all the drawers, seeing what we have, because he wants to empty it completely out, get rid of the stuff that we really don't ever use, even though we think we're going to, get some stuff fixed up in there, and do some short excursions, nothing too long, because there's a lot of things in that motorhome that don't work and haven't worked since the day we purchased it, and we knew it going in. So that was okay. But now it's like, it's too expensive to buy a new one. And we really are not, he was an outdoors guy. He likes to be outdoors. He doesn't do it as much as he did in his younger years. But I might like to go fishing once in a while, because I do like to go fishing. That's fun. I like catching. Let's rework this. I like catching, not the hours on end with no bites. That's boring. But you can read, you can knit while you're waiting for a bite. Why not? So we might take some day or two excursions around where we live, because we really have never done a lot of that. So it might be fun. Anything else exciting and new? Not really. Just I haven't been doing a lot of stitching. I haven't been doing a lot of knitting. I've been working on a Lego project that I'm almost done with. I can't wait until it's done. And it makes me want to get another one, which I may get in the fall. Because, yeah, I really want to. I want to do the Harry Potter, the big Harry Potter castle. I think that will be fabulous to do eventually. So right now I'm working on the aquarium. So if you want to look at it, it's in Lego. I bought it through Lego, the aquarium. And I also got the light kit. So I'm putting it together in the evening, watching a couple of TV shows, and putting the lights in as well. So I'm really jazzed. I've got, let's see, I think like 5 or 6 more bags, and then I'll be done with it. I'm hoping to get that done this week because I want to set it up, hook it up, plug it in, and have the lights showing. So it's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. In fact, if I do get it finished, maybe next week I will take a picture of it and put it on here. I don't know. That would mean I'd have to edit. I used to edit. I don't edit as much. So, okay. I had a lot of blathering for the last 2 weeks. So, shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. What I am first going to do is just show you the 2 full coverages that I worked on the last 2 weeks. And there's not a lot of change. But I did work on them, so I'll show you. Oh, I didn't do that. My beverage today is water. So sit back and relax. Grab your beverage of choice and let's chat. We did that let's chatting. So let's get on with the stitching. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I have worked on Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Art by Amy Stewart, charted by Gecko Rouge. I am stitching this on 25 count, 1/1. Easy guide. So I just did a little bit. Not very much. I really hope I did. I think I did. But maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. So in case I didn't, I'm sorry. But in case I did, this is what I got done. Because it was in here and I'm not sure. Let's be honest. And I haven't been writing down religiously like I used to of what I'm working on. So I got to get back to that. But I know I did work on Gamer Nouveau, art by Medusa Dollmaker, charted by Gecko Rouge. And yeah, I'm not sure if I finished the page last time. I wish I could remember, but I can't even look. Oh, did I write it down? Let me look. I might have written that down in my book here. Let me put my glasses on and let's look. This is already going to be a longer one, so let's see, did I write it down? Of course not. Why would I have done that? I'll look it up on my phone later and tell you guys next week. So, I finished a page. I did finish the page. I think I did finish it beforehand, so I worked just on this. So yeah, I didn't finish a page in the last 2 weeks. But I did some on here. Sorry, guys. This is going to be one messed up podcast. It's usually not this crazy. But I just made up a new word. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so I did a new start. And this is Witch House Sampler by Primitive. Oh, sorry. Twin Peak Primitives. That's what it looks like. And I am stitching this on, what fabric? Do I have it somewhere? 32 count Platinum Lugana by Zweigart, which is one of my favorites. And I actually got quite a bit done on this one, for as much stitching as I've done in the last 2 weeks. So I was really happy with that. So this is all the same color, so I just kept going through, and I believe that's the page. And then I just started working down that page. But yeah, this was fun. And I really liked it. This one I pulled my own colors from the DMC equivalents. So that's what I pulled, and they're all Victoria Motto samplers. There's a couple of DMC because I didn't have quite, the grays are really hard. I have one color in cotton. So yeah, if I couldn't find it, then I just used the DMC equivalent, or the called for DMC, I should say. Words are not wording correctly today, but we will get through it one project at a time. All right. So then I decided to pull out Monster House, and this one is by Satsuma Street. And I'm stitching this one on 28 count raw cashel linen. Let's not speak faster than our brain can catch up. And this is also one that I just went through my fancy floss and pulled different colors from my fancy flosses. Since I have so many and hardly use them, I decided to start doing that. And this one, I finished the moon and put all the black in. So, and then the eyes. Did I do the eyes? Yes, I did. In the gray. So I did quite a bit. There was a little bit of the moon left to go. There wasn't that much. So it's mostly the black, or mostly the other colors that are in there. So, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Then I worked on ink circles. Another year creeps by. This one you will be seeing a lot because I really want to get this done quickly. And this is on 32 count Helix by Picture This Plus. And this one is one I really fell in love with watching Sheila from Sunshine Stitchers stitch on. And I really liked hers. So this one I did order the called for floss. So this is the called for fancy floss. And if you recall, I had this block done, so I just went ahead and kept going with the blocks instead of filling in. So my plan is the next time is to finish the 4th block, and then I'll go and fill in the blocks. And that's how I will stitch this. And then the next one, I'll do all the block and then the borders and then fill them in. But yeah. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And since I am using a 32 count Helix, it's a tight weave and I'm only using 1 strand. So I think I have enough floss for that. All right. So this is starting last week's, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly. Yes. So the rest of these I started working on last week, except for my cell stitch that I work on every Friday. That one I'll show you, and that one. Okay, so this one is Patriotic Pin Cushion by Jeanette Douglas Designs. This is stitched on a 32 count Dirty Linen by Witchelt. And this one I also pulled my own floss, or did I? Let me look. No, I am using DMC on this one. So I got a lot done on this one. I'm very happy. Look at that. I think just a couple more times and it'll be done. So I think I had just the border done, and that including that in the border. And I just went to town on it. I think this was done as well. But yeah, I did all of that. I did some of that. I did that. So I did a lot. Filling in that rose too. So the next time this comes out, I'm going to finish that one side and then do the repeat on the other side. And then the eagle is the middle. So yeah. That's going to be great. I want that done by July 4th. We'll see. Okay, this is my Whip Go project for the second Whip Go of project of the month of April. And this one is Blackbird Designs Oh Joyous Day. I am stitching this on 36 count, 36 count San Edinburgh linen, and I believe that this is a Zweigart. There has been some changes to this project. I do not like how I did the satin stitch. There's a satin stitch here. There was a satin stitch here. I didn't do it right. I'm not going to do it. I went ahead and tore it out, and I'm just going to leave it out. And I'm going to come up here and just do a row of crosses to do that. Since I did that, pulled all that out, I went ahead and just started working down. So this is new, this is new. There wasn't a whole lot after I did this, but to keep myself working on it, that's what I've decided to do. Because every time I'd pull it out, I'd look at what I did at that satin stitch, and it's not right, and I don't like it. I would not want to work on it. So I have one more day of working on that this week to finish out my Whip Go. So you will see whatever I get accomplished on, I think it's Tuesday is what I have this scheduled for. So that is where I'm at on this one, and then it goes away until the next time it's called. So I dropped my needle minder for this on the floor, so I think it's telling me it needs a new one. I will get that later. Put that aside. Okay, then I worked on Glendon Place's, what is this, plum pudding? And I was having a blast with this one, and you'll see. This is on 28 count Sprite Cashel Linen by Picture This Plus. I am a purple girl. This is always called to me, and I've always loved looking at it. I ordered all they called for floss, all the called for fancy floss and the beads and everything. So I did a lot. I did a lot on this one. It was so much fun. Okay, so let me open it up. Okay, I filled in the purple there. I did this section, this section, this section. It's just gorgeous. I am loving it so much. The fabric is great. The flosses are beautiful. And I'm just loving it. I mean, the color changes in this aren't bothering me as much. Having to do one stitch at a time isn't bothering me as much. I really enjoy it. I really do. So, yeah, that's where I'm at on Glendon Place. It's so fun. In fact, it's calling to me now, but no, I can't. Oops, I have too many things to do. All right, so take care of that later. All right, and then I worked on Not Forgotten Farms, which is in the air. This is on 30 count Cappuccino by Weeks Dye Works. And this one I am using a silk, Gloriana silk, and I threw in a purple, no. I threw in a orange for the pumpkins if I decide, if I'm running, especially if I'm running low. I'm not going to do the pumpkins until the very end because I've only got this one skein of Gloriana black. So I want to make sure I don't run out. Okay, and I did a lot on this one as well. All right, so I finished the word R. I put there in. That, the bats, the moon, all this part of the roof. So I did a lot, and it was so much fun. One strand, just This one is just filling it out. I didn't even need the pattern after I looked at it. I just kept going with it. And oh, I just love it. I love how this is turning out. I'm liking the one color. I really do. It's fun. It's beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Yay. All right. So here is my modern folk embroidery that I work on every Friday. I'm supposed to get over 400 stitches. I did get more than 400 stitches the first Friday, but last Friday, not so much. So this is modern folk embroidery, little acorns. This is the 2026 stitch along. I am using two colors from Silks for You, a black and a red. I am stitching this on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. And I did finish April. So April's was this whole block of lettering and this whole block of lettering. So my April technically is completed. I still need to get over 400 stitches a week to get this done in time by December. You're supposed to get done by November, but we'll see. I went on Friday and there was like a couple stitches. That's all. So I did that little bit and that little bit. I'm just trying to get this strand. That was my goal. Friday was to get that strand done. And as you see, yeah, no. Friday, there wasn't a heck of a lot of stitching done. There wasn't a heck of a lot of anything done on Friday. So, oops, let me try this again. Come on. So I still have this big long strand, and hopefully when I pick this up on Friday, I will put that strand in because this block is mostly backstitch. So get that strand in, then I can come back to that later because it seems like May is a big section. So I want to get some of these littler sections done so that if I run into a problem, well, I guess I'll show you guys what May is. Okay. January, February, March, April, May. So May is this one. So it's the big block, these two flowers. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of stitching that's going to have to happen in May. I should have just jumped down and started that, but I think I'll be okay. I hope I'll be okay. We'll see. And then I also, this is my Saturday stitch. Sunday I didn't stitch at all. There was nothing, no stitching at all. In the morning I worked on the Lego project. In the afternoon I had the littles. And then in the evening I just chilled. That's all I did. So I'm working on the Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village. I am on the second one, which is the Poinsettia Place. I am stitching this, I believe, on 32 count something. Do I have it in here anywhere? Yeah, 32 count Platinum Lugana. Yes, by Zweigart. And me and the white snow on the bottom were not having a good time. I had to tear it out a couple times, restitch a couple of times, but I got the snow in. And I went up and started the snow on the roof. By that time, I was done. I was totally done. I was tired of looking at the white, and I was tired of just everything. So, but I am going to pull this back out, of course, and keep working on it. But yeah, that's where I'm at on this project. And that, my friends, is all that I stitched on for the last 2 weeks. Some projects got mega work done. Other projects, not so much, but that's okay. You know, it's our hobby, and sometimes it calls to us and sometimes it doesn't. and it just hasn't been calling to me. It's been that Lego project that's been calling me like crazy, because I really want to get it done. I really do. So in those 2 weeks, I really didn't get any leveling up done on my, what's this called again? I hate that I keep forgetting what this is called. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry. Threadwalker Saga? Yeah, my Threadwalker Saga. I am in the 700s, so I will show you. I haven't showed you guys in a long time. I am in the 700s. I'm only going to be using either Gamer or Once Upon a Fairy Tale to finish this off. So they should get some really good work, and I'm hoping that I will have this done by the end of the year. I kind of would like to have this done at the end of the year, start a new game, because I really do like this, working on this and rolling the dice and stitching and seeing how far I can get in a couple of days or a week or whatever. I know these big the 700s are starting to slow me down, but I'm okay with that because, like I said, it's our hobby and we're supposed to have fun with it. So now I will be sharing other things with you. Okay, so my acrostics. I finished 3 of the acrostics for the last 2 weeks. The H, the I, and the G, which was Witch House, Ink Circles, and Glendon Place. So I only have, let's see. That one is done. I should mark that off. Let me find my pen. Sorry. And mark that one off. So I have a G. I have G left. That's all I have left. And, or do I have another I? Oh, I do have an I. Okay, so I have G and I left. So I only have 2 letters left to finish my acrostic for the month of April. So super excited about that. Okay, and then we have WhipGo. I've only got one more thing in my WhipGo for the month is done. So Jessie Marie Does Stuff has said the next 2 blocks are the 15th and the 18th. The 15th is turned too many pages. The 15th is Halloween Quaker, and the 18th is And They Sinned. So I was smart, and I brought them over. So, and what's kind of exciting is that Halloween Quaker will be completed. Let me double check, but that is how I believe this is lining out. Yes, Halloween Quaker will have its 2 months done. So that will be exciting. And if you're new and you don't know what Halloween Quaker looks like, a Quaker Halloween sampler is by Cherish Stitches. It's being stitched on 36 count light mocha Edinburgh, and that's a Zweigart. And I am using the Called For silks to do this. And once its 2 months are done, it can go into the regular rotation and be stitched on anytime I want to. So this is the size of it. I have both ends found. So that is where I'm at. I have no idea which motif I'm going to jump on for this month. But yeah, I am so happy to have one of these put back into my rotation. So that'll be very, very good. Now, And They Sinned is another one of those that I really want the project. It's just really hard to get motivated to stitch it. So And They Sinned is huge. This is by Velma C. Becklin. It's on a 36 count winter moon. And it's probably really hard to see it, even if it's not glary. It's kind of a Let me pull it out of here. There we go. So, sorry guys, it is really hard to see, but it's a really cool one. And then before I had talked about not doing the alphabets and things like that to make it a smaller project, but I'm gonna do them anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and get it all done. So this is where I'm at. I started putting all of the border in, and then I messed up, so then I just said forget it. Sorry, it's really wrinkly, but I'm going to just do the border as I go instead of trying to get all the border done up front. So I am way here at the top because this one does not come out a lot. So, because I'm not really liking the fabric, I think is the problem. That's one of the problems. But I'm just going to roll with the punches here and keep on going because it's going to be almost this whole yard. I cut it in half because it didn't need a full yard widthwise, but lengthwise it might. It's going to be pretty darn close. So, okay. All right. So those are my WIPGO plans for May. Acrostic for May. Gee, see, I'm really on it this time. Is Infinite Joys. And if you want to follow along, this is Quirks and Stitches, Jen Lee. This is her baby. And yeah, so I pre-printed all of the acrostic. I bought the packet, so I'd have all of them. So I'm hoping to fill that in. And of course, all the eyes, ink circles. Perfect. So you'll be seeing ink circles at least 3 times in May. J, I might have a hard time with. I'm going to have to really think about it. But I am liking doing this. I'm just not sure if I like filling in my month before I start, because it doesn't really give me any wiggle room to do anything else. I do have a couple of other ideas for the month of May. Mania is one of them. And my mania this time is new starts. I did not bring my new starts over. That is the one thing I didn't do because I'm not sure. There's 4 new starts for May. So it's going to be Monday Mania with new starts. I do have the Patriotic Pincushion already penciled in twice. WIPGO penciled in 4 times. I have Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow penciled in for the end of the month, even though it is a Sunday. I'm not doing full coverages only on the weekends anymore. I'm going to do the full coverages whenever I feel like it. So if it's in the evenings, I will. If it's not, I won't. But yeah. What's the other thing? Oh, and the 25th is Memorial Day here in the States. So I do have a new start penciled in for that. So I may do a little bit on Let It Ring, which is Leela Studios' patriotic piece, and a new start. So I may do a strand or 2 on Let It Ring, put it away, and grab my new start. So, and I do want to say that one of the new starts is going to be full coverage. Very exciting. So, I hope you guys will join me in doing something fun for Mania, because Mania is fun, and be it new starts or whips to whip down or whatever you do for Mania. I hope you have a good time. I hope that if you're new, that you have enjoyed what you saw. It's usually not this chaotic. It's usually very calm, and I know my words, and I do speak fast though, sorry. I hope that you will stay and you'll subscribe and join us. And yeah, so if you're new, I hope that you have enjoyed this. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back week after week. I really do appreciate it, and so do all of your other video posters. So looking around, I have nothing else to talk to you about. So I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's, my heart looks funny today, content. And I will see you next week.